Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie Phantom here, and yeah, let's do a little horror news tonight, shall we? So after the whole Halloween kind of got thrown back, unfortunately, the writing team, Marcus Dunstan and Ghostface Kid's yelling at the screen right now. I'm blanking on the other guy's name. I just wrote the team. I can't remember the name. The other guy. Well, Marcus and his partner, Patrick. I lost it. Anyways, they're going to their next project, and the movie's called The Neighbor. That is all that's been dropped so far. But yeah, I'm in. Like, dude, the collector in the collection is fucking awesome. The new Halloween would have been fucking sweet. So, but if we gotta settle for The Neighbor, hey, I'll take it. So, I do my best not to watch too many. I'll watch one trailer per movie, and that's usually about it. I try not to watch more than that, or even the spots, TV spots or whatever. I don't watch a whole lot of TV as it is, but the other night I'm watching it, and The Boy commercial for The Boy came on. But the trailer, or the thing that really threw me off was if you watch it, because there's a lot of quick cuts, but there's a scene where there's like a full-grown man, choke lifting the girl against the wall, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the possessed doll. And the whole movie and every trailer so far has been doing this whole, like, the doll, it's evil, and, as a little boy he was evil, and now he's possessing the doll, and I'm like, is this going to be another, like, where you think the doll's evil and turns out it's not, kind of thing, where, I don't know. You've seen it a million times where, like, a ghost is haunting the house. Stir of Echoes, best example. The ghost is haunting, doing some scary shit, and then at the end you find out, well, it's not really an evil spirit. It's a young girl who was, victimized, and she's just trying to let everybody know what happened. It's like, bitch, you could have wrote that shit on the fog or, on the mirror in the bathroom. You could have went, I'm not here to haunt you. I'm a young girl who was victimized. You could have done that shit in the first reel of the movie and it would have been over. But I watched it and I'm just like, the whole time it's like it's going to be like a Chucky or, whatever. And it doesn't look like it's going to be that way at all. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I misread it. But there was definitely a little clip of girl getting choke slammed into a wall. And it was not a baby doll thing. It was a full-grown man. So I don't know. I just feel like it's going to wind up being like, I don't know, the parents are behind. I don't know. I didn't like it. Something didn't sit well with me for that. But, speaking of trailers and stuff, they just dropped the teaser and some photos for the new Godzilla movie. The Godzilla, I think it's Resurgence or some shit like that. Which I'm down for a new Godzilla movie, or from Toho. The only thing is with those, if you watch the older ones or whatever, I don't know. I don't think they were ever meant to be terrifying at all. I mean, they always had like a sense of camp to them. There's a guy in a fucking suit, and he's clobbering away on other, and even like, especially that middle batch of them were just really goofy and whatnot. But the trailer, the teaser, it shows, this dude, like, it's chaos. Like Cloverfield style chaos, or even Godzilla, the American remake we just had, style chaos. People are screaming. Not that cheesy, oh no, look, Godzilla. No, it's like literally like, holy shit, buildings are crumbling. And I'm like, and they don't show anything. They literally, you see people running, you're looking up and there's, shit falling, debris, and, things getting launched across the whatever. And they're like, and I'm just like, at any moment we're going to cut to a guy in a suit just walking. I don't know. It feels like the trailer looks great, but I'm like, it's just a guy in a suit, right? Like, it's hard to make that scary. All I'm saying. And even the posters look like they're trying to make it scary. Like, you got like his mouth all open. There's just like rows of teeth. I'm like, no, it's just a guy in a suit. He's going to be clobbering. It's clobbering time. It's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get. I'm not saying it's bad. I look forward to seeing it. I'm just saying it's not going to be, like, they're trying to build it up as like, Cloverfield or The Host even, and it's not going to be that at all. It's going to be, that's what it's going to be. I'm sorry to say. They just busted out, I think that was Shock T Drop just did an interview with Frank Darabont. I can never pronounce that dude's name. The dude who directed Shawshank and shit. And apparently, I guess he kind of opens up a little bit more about him being let go from The Walking Dead. And apparently, he claims that the studio, like they wanted him to to direct it and big movie feel and everything. But I guess like they didn't give him that much money. But they made a shitload of money because I guess there's some kind, and this is all over my head. Like, I'm just kind of spewing this out as I read it, so I'm not gonna lie, I have no grasping of what I'm about to say, but hopefully you guys will. But apparently there was some kind of like, they all got these big tax breaks for whatever reason. But instead of like taking that money they saved and then like throwing it back into the show, I guess the executives were just like, yoink, oh, we're rich. And they're like, you figure out the rest. And I guess that was like one of the main factors was the fact that they just would not fund it. Which, it sounds kind of odd because I'm like, it looks great. Like even the seasons after the first, because was he only on there for 1 or 2 seasons? I don't remember. But from everything I saw, I'm like, it looks really well done. So, I don't know. But that's what he said. He literally just dropped it's more a financial problem, So, that's that. The new Cabin Fever, which is a remake of a Eli Roth classic. Tongue-tied. I just ate, too, so I've got like this indigestion building up. I know I say this every time, like Phantom, don't eat and do a video. And then I fucking eat and do a video, and I'm in here like, ugh, heartburn, and it's just horrible. Anyways, it's dropping in February. I guess it finally got its release date, and it's going to be in February. It's going to get a small limited release and a video-on-demand release, and then, boom, should be coming out the DVD shortly after that, which I'm looking forward to. I think, I'm curious to see what they're going to bust out there. Apparently, it's going to be the same story, but they got the characters' deaths more changed up. So people you think are going to survive won't, and vice versa, or whatever. So, yeah, interesting to see. So we kind of had this big influx of, I say big, we've had 2 or 3 movies, of these violent, bloody westerns with these horror overtones. Tomahawk came out, and then of course The Hateful Eight, and we can add Diablo to that list. Clint Eastwood's son, Scott Eastwood, which unfortunately I saw him in The Longest Ride. And anyways, but he's in it, and it has that Walter Goggins that was in Hateful Eight. But they're saying pretty brutal shit right here, so looking forward to this. And it should be getting out, if it's not already out right now, within a week or so. So, I don't know, looking forward to that. And there's going to be a big Slender Man movie coming out at the South by Southwest Film Festival. Beware the Slender Man. And yeah, I look forward to that. I've only seen one Slender Man movie. I know there's like 2 or 3 of them out right now. But I saw the one just entitled The Slender Man that was popped up right here on YouTube. I thought it was really good. I liked it, so I'm looking forward to this as well. So apparently Pacific Rim 2 just got pushed aside, which is funny because they were all like, we're going to do a big Godzilla, King Kong, Pacific Rim crossover. It's going to be the best. And then there's like, well, no Pacific Rim 2. We'll get that shit out of the way right now. But apparently it got pushed over. So Guillermo del Toro is being eyed to direct a Fantastic Voyage remake, which, do we really need a remake at all to that? The first time that was done, it was original, it was new. It was, the first time you ever seen anything like that on the big screen. And I haven't seen the movie in fucking, I was a little Phantom last time I saw that. Like, literally, I don't remember much of it. I remember Donald Pleasance is in it. Yeah, I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember a whole lot of it. But I do remember being, kind of amazed. Even, I know you're, 4 or 5, you're amazed at anything. But I was just like, oh, it's kind of cool. And I just feel like that's just like, trying to capture. It's like Jurassic Park. You can really only capture that magic once. And then anything after that is just going to be the same thing. No matter how good they can be, it'll never come back to that original moment you saw you sat in the theater and saw like T-Rex for the first time. You'll never get that again. You'll never get that again. And I feel like Fantastic Voyage remake, what are you going to do? How are you going to blow people's minds here? I don't know. But, and I don't want to bash Guillermo del Toro. I'm just not really that big on his bandwagon like everybody else. He's very, excuse me. He's very hit or miss. I don't know. It seems like he'll do something I'm just like, oh, it's brilliant. And he'll do something else I'm like, eh. Like, I was just not huge on Crimson Peak. I just wasn't. I don't know. It's a beautiful film. He'll make a beautiful movie. He'll make the inside of your body look beautiful in this movie. But that's about it. That's probably about the extent of it here. But and then of course, I guess M. Night Shyamalan and TNT are gonna combine because M. Night's back, baby, and he's going right to TV, and they're teaming up again. Well, he did that way more times. It wasn't TNT, but it was TV. M. Night TV are back now on TNT. I guess the TNT is going to be busting out the horror block. This is going to be a 2-hour programming of just horror. I don't know when it's going to be, but they've already said they're going to reboot, revive, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Tales from the Crypt, which, you know what? Boom. I'm good with. I am. I hope they get John. What the fuck's his name? Kazier. I don't know. The original guy. Hope they get the Crypt Keeper back. I feel like it really would not be the same. It just won't be the same. And maybe that's the point. Maybe they are wanting to go a different direction. I'm just saying from a fan's perspective, I would love to see the Crypt Keeper back. But, we'll have to wait and see. For me personally, now I'm just going to say this. I mean, this is going to be no shock to anybody who's watched my channel, over the years. I say fuck the horror block. Let's just bring Monster Vision back. Boom, I said it. I fucking said it. Or, you know what I would do is expand the horror block. Do your 2 hours of program, but then finish it off of a movie. And have Joe Bob Briggs come back and fucking host a shit out thing, as only he can. It won't happen, but, somebody can dream. And finally, we've got to end it on some somber news here, and I really hate to do this. Of course, I wasn't a huge fan. Sorry, I wasn't. But I definitely respect him, and it sucks he passed. I mean, he was a really good actor. He was in, he was in Twin Peaks, Firewalk with Me, The Prestige, fucking Labyrinth. David Bowie passed away, which, sucks. I just mentioned him not too long ago, because they did a stage sequel to his movie, The Man That Fell to Earth. They did Lazarus. And he was, heavily tied into that, so that really sucks for them, too, because it's just wow, he just dropped, so, But he did pass. But the one that really struck a chord with me, the one that's, that really hurt, Angus Scrimm. The tall man passed away over the weekend. And, that really sucks. And I'll tell you what kind of sucks even more was, it's good, though. I mean, I met the guy. I got to meet the guy. And it's definitely weirder. Because when a celebrity dies anyways, it don't really hit me that much. I'm just but they were rich, they're fine, it's no big deal. I didn't know them. Yeah, when Philip Seymour Hoffman died, I was that fucking sucks. He's one of the best actors working today. But at the same time, I'm we'll move on. But when you meet him, I met Roddy Piper, and he passed away last year. And now Angus Scrimm, it sucks a little bit more because oh shit, I knew that guy. I shook hands with that guy. I met him. He signed something for me, he posed with me. He was just such a nice guy, and then they passed. So, which he did have a full life, though. You can't, take that away from him. He was 89 or something like that when he passed. So, I mean, that's a pretty good run right there. But no, that definitely sucks right there, and I don't know. It just feels it feels like he's not really getting that kind of reception. Now, I would expect him to get the David Bowie type of reaction, I guess, because clearly David Bowie was a huge rock star that was more mainstream. And Angus Scrimm, even though us horror fans are he's fucking God, in the mainstream eye, who's Angus Scrimm? What's Phantasm? I mean, seriously, no one really knows, especially in my redneck town, no one knows what the fuck Phantasm is. But for me personally, that to me is the bigger loss, and it sucks. It really does. But I'm fortunate enough to say that I have met him, and the funny thing was, he was the main reason I went to Days of the Dead 3 years ago. Because he was scheduled to be there and everything, and I remember thinking oh, this is gonna be great. And I was man, I gotta see him because I seen him before, and I've seen that he was in bad health, and I was man, I gotta see him. I would regret it if I had a chance to go see him and I didn't take it. And unfortunately, then he actually was a no-show because of his failing health. And I just remember being so disappointed. I was oh fuck. But this past summer, he was there, and I was yes. And I'm I gotta go. Regardless, I gotta get up there. And got to meet him, and dude, he was the sweetest, kindest old man you can imagine. He really was. It's weird because you're looking right in his eyes, and it's that's the tall man. And if he would have probably yelled "boy," I probably would have jumped and crapped myself a little. Even if he was in that old man state, if he would have gave me a earth-shattering "boy," it would have worked. Oh fuck, he's tall man's back. But he was just so sweet and nice. And he's one of those guys that you can tell he truly appreciated his fans. I unfortunately met a few of the celebrities who were just kind of, I'm here for that quick paycheck. And he was not that guy. Like, he literally was just so, full of love and everything. So, rest in peace, man. I'm right here. So, all right. Well, guys, that's it for the news. You got any comments about any of the, news articles? Hey, drop that shit down below. Hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. And, yeah, let's keep rolling. So, until tomorrow, catch you later.